Hello, it's George again. If you fancy reading something absolutely childish that quite possibly may well be the most offensive thing you've ever read, then buy my best-selling book. You can also sign up for my Patreon for hundreds of hours of exclusive content and, of course, check out my own Funkyspectrum website for more videos. Links will be in the description, and like and subscribe here if you want to be kept up to date with all the nonsense on YouTube. Now, let's get to the video.
Hello, it's George again, and this is another in the Game and Watch collection. I've not played a Game and Watch for bloody ages, and I thought, well, I'm gonna cover them all before I shuffle off this fucking mortal coil. So finally, there is the ultimate repository for anyone who wants to learn about the Game and Watches and also learn like some really interesting swear words and some complete inaccuracies about the games themselves. But look, we've got Minnie Mouse, we've got Mickey Mouse, we've got Minnie Mouse making salacious advances to Minnie Mouse. We've got, I think that's Bluto in the bottom. Answers in the comments if you know who that black dog is. And then we've got bloody hell, I've forgotten the other dog's name now. Pluto and Bluto, is it? I think maybe. Then Donald Duck up the very top. He's got a really sore arse in the top right there. But speaking of sore arse, it looks like Mickey's wanted to give Minnie one later that evening, so let's look and see how it goes. I've never played this before. Right, it looks okay. So Mickey can go up and down the side of the building. I'm not really sure why. Donald can squirt ejaculate from the top of the building, or water, I presume it is. And Mickey reads the riot act to Bluto down the bottom and makes the water appear. Let's have a look. Oh, bloody hell, completely. I was just looking at Blotto there. I was wondering if... Oh, yeah, he does. Right, okay. So when Mickey goes up, Blotto stops pumping really hard. So, okay, right, yeah. Right, so basically you need to go up, and then when you see like the sometimes when you can see those bandages, there we go again. When you can see the bandages on the cable, that's basically what happens. You have to get to them really quickly in order to let the water flow resume. So that's interesting. That's quite cool. Quite a weird one, this, because your eyes have to sort of dart all over the place. Quite strange. I mean, I don't know if this is like such a thing as like good exercise for your eyes. You don't get like eye gyms or anything like that. I've seen an eye bath, but that's more if you get like wood splinters or something in your eye, or bits of grit or something. But I can just imagine maybe like, I don't know, like in Middle England or something like that, like Hartlepool or Middlesbrough or something like that, people going to the gym and looking at each other and like trading U-shaped syringes so they can get syringes around the back of your eye to inject it into the retaining tendon. And it's all about being like big, and people are like, bloody hell, look at his eyes, they're really cut. Oh, that guy's got really cut eyes. Oh, fucking hell, the fire's reached the top of the building for bloody Donald again. It's quite hard, this game B. I should have started on game A really if it's the first time, but I like to usually start on the game B nowadays on these games, because it shows you everything you're going to see in the game. Sometimes game A is like missing out important elements. I had sort of put this one off. Bloody hell, there we go again, it's blocked up. I had sort of put this one off, and you know, I feel a bit the same about the Snoopy one. I'm just not that into the Mickey and Donald characters. I like the sort of more traditional weird Nintendo ones with Mr. Game and Watch and stuff like in them. I'm just going to sort of go up and down that just in case one of them was going to get blocked up there. There we go again, blocked up. Come on, Donald. They try and get some of the bloody water flow down and do successfully. You only need to like literally touch it as well, and that's the flow over. The flow restarted rather, so it's quite good in that respect. Bloody hell, I don't know why it looked like it was going backwards there. Maybe it's just like scrolling was really bad. But did I put the fire out? No, I didn't. I almost did. I thought I almost did. It looks like I'm going to actually be able to get this one out. There we go. Put out. And Mickey's like, is it okay if I sodomise you later tonight, Minnie Mouse? She's like, yeah, that's okay, Mickey, but make sure you wash your willy. I don't want you leaving the bedroom with shit on your cock again. That was a bloody disgrace. You know, I wash your underwear, but I draw the line at there being shit streaks in the front of it. In the back, that's okay. I understand that, but if you're going to do that, at least put a bloody, I don't know, like a piece of toilet paper down inside there, so that I don't have to be basically scouring the shit out of your underpants with my fingernails. We don't have a washing machine because you blew it up in some sort of idiotic harebrained scheme, if you so remember. But I mean, mean, really, I do not want to see any excreme on your glands pene. He's pointing at Bluto. Don't bloody blame Bluto, Mickey. You've got to have a clean willy if you want to make intercourse at Minnie. Of course, you can make intercourse at her once, but if you have shit on your cock after that, it's hardly likely she's going to let your penis into her gland's vagine after that. So just basically be bloody sensible. There she is again. It's like, you've successfully removed. I've not got the instruction book about this. I bet that's what this game is about. It's like Mickey's got to put the fire out. So it's like raging at Bluto is like an incapable fireman. He's like a sort of Spanish fireman or something like that. And then basically he needs the really high pressure jet of water because he has to get the water sprayed on his glands peni to wipe the shit off from the previous night, or to get in the shower from the previous night, because he hadn't had one yet, because he doesn't wash his bottom twice a day. He's only going to wash it in evenings afterwards, or after he's done one of his turds, or he's done his loads of mouse droppings like tiny little sausages. But Minnie has said to him, you better basically clean that up, you better wash your willy, and while you're at it, I want to see your eyes really cut. So he's practicing by just charging up and down the outside of the building. I wonder if that is a thing. If anyone takes anabolic steroids, let me know if they can affect your eyes, and if there's really gyms in like Middlesbrough and stuff like that, the less educated parts of the United Kingdom, Hartlepool maybe even some in certain areas of Liverpool and such like, where you get real units going around with those high-pitched voices that they have. But don't be fooled by someone's high-pitched voice in Liverpool, because they could almost certainly kick 7 degrees of shit out of you. Oh bloody hell, time to update. Fucking Jesus bloody Christ. Right, anyway, that's that. Got rid of. Sorry about that. This bloody Surfshark VPN asked me to fucking update. Why don't you fuck off instead of asking me to bloody update? I'm trying to make videos here. I'm trying to talk about people in third world parts of Britain having cut eyes and looking like really swish and such like. But anyway, we're back to the game now. Imagine if the eye exercise and like building up your eyes is a thing. There's probably some gym somewhere where everyone's eyes are like really massive and bulging out at the seams, a bit like Arnie at the end of Total Recall or something like that. Arnie and that woman he's with, that sleazy, demure woman that he's with, just with her eyes popping out. Everyone's sort of going around like, fucking hell, his eyes are really cut. I wish my eyes looked like his. There'd be like an eye exercise area, which is just like loads of pictures of Minnie Mouse's arsehole just all over the wall, and they light up all at different times, and you have to sort of zip your eyes about, just sort of looking everywhere, like David Blunkett a bit. For those who don't know, David Blunkett was a man who he was used to be on the news. He was a politician. Whenever anyone asked him a question, he'd always look like all around the room, and he'd never stare at anyone who was actually looking directly at him. It was fucking weird. I thought it was like really fucking rude, but yeah, you'd have eyes like bloody David Blunkett by the end of all these sort of workout sessions, trying to stare at all the different miniature pictures of Minnie Mouse's arsehole as you desperately try and get your eyes as cut as the man in the next room, who's basically got eyes that look a bit like Frank Sidebottom but more three-dimensional, kind of like ping pong balls coming out of his head with black dots in the middle of them, and maybe with loads of red veins around them, or maybe even like sort of bulging veins on them like mussels have, like the bulging kind of vein track marks in the whites of your eyes. And it's like, fucking hell, that guy's got really cut eyes. Maybe like a bouncer or something like that having like really cut eyes, and people know like, bloody hell, if he's got like his eyes are that cut, imagine what his body looks like. And some local dolly bird all dressed up like a fucking slag says something like, I bet he's got a willy like a fucking shoehorn. But anyway, Jesus Christ, I thought I was going to get taken out there. Weird Game and Watch, this one. You do have to, as I said, I'm sort of mucking around with the thing about cut eyes, although I've never been to a gym. Maybe it's an actual thing, I don't know. But it's a weird one. You do actually have to keep a lot of attention on both screens, whereas in the original, like a lot of the two-screen Game and Watches, it's effectively, it could almost be, or in the case of Life Raft, it is a case of like basically one game spread over two screens. Well, they all are, obviously, but you know what I mean. There's not different characters on each different screen. In the Mario Brothers game as well, arguably, it could just be like the one screen instead of the two. They could just have one big screen. But this one, I think it's in the design, it's actually sort sort of to make it quite annoying, where you have to zip your eyes between them. So it's a really good workout for your face, this one. I can foresee myself getting pins and needles in my face if I played this for longer than was required. But is it one of my favourite Game & Watches? Not really. I'd say I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's something to pass the time, but really it's not up there with the greats. And I mean, last time I played the Game & Watch, I think the last one I played was the casino games one. I forget what it's called. It's just maybe Casino. Bloody hell, George. Our reviews and talk about so many bloody games. But the gambling Game & Watch, basically. And I put that off for ages because I thought this is going to be shit. I don't like gambling. I don't believe in it. I think it's a really bad thing to be doing. Oh, bloody hell, where's Mickey gone? Oh, he's right up the top. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, that wound up being one of my favourites. But I can't say the same about this one. It's okay. It could be better. Interesting as a curiosity. Not a bad Game & Watch, but not one of my favourites, definitely. A bit like a slightly more advanced version of Oil Panic, I suppose, in its own sort of way. Although Oil Panic is basically, it is almost like a one-screen one. I can't remember if I've done Oil Panic yet. If I haven't, I shall do it next. Okay, bye.